Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm FinCEN, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Ethereum is getting very close to its all-time high, and it can happen maybe anytime soon. So it's worth to keep an eye on it. The second news is that FinCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, recently proposed a series of new regulations. And actually, this can affect Bitcoin. I will talk about the details, what is their plan, what they would like to do. And the third news is all about that the UK Health Service using blockchain to monitor COVID-19 vaccine storage. So it's worth to talk about blockchain as well, because sometimes when we say blockchain, we're just thinking about cryptocurrency, but blockchain is much more than that. And this could be another use case. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget to educate yourself about crypto and blockchain, because now the knowledge is the key. So then you can participate in this very great bull market, what we can see right now. And we have a totally free course for you, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The link is right under the video. And under the video, you can find other useful links. It's, I think, a good idea to check it out. And like this video if crypto content is important for you. And also, if you would like to get this daily cryptocurrency and blockchain news, then you should definitely subscribe, hit the bell button, and then all. Then you will get these videos as soon as I put them on YouTube, and I put them on YouTube every weekday. So from Monday to Friday, every day you can stay up to date with us. And let's check out the market. Quick refresh. And we can see that Bitcoin went up 1.8% in the last 24 hours. However, Ethereum went up more than 13%. And we can see that Bitcoin is now going sideways. Right now it's 36,971. While Ethereum is at the moment $1,381. Which means if it's going up about 9%, so less than it did in the last 24 hours, this would be all-time high for Ethereum. And this would be the next crucial move. When we're looking at the top gainers, we can see Engine Coin going up 62%. You have Ampliford going up 23%, Terra 20%, and we have many other ones gaining very nicely even today, just like yesterday and before. When we're looking at the losers, we have the Graph. It went up very well yesterday. Look, in 7 days, 89%. Therefore, we have now minus 14. Kusama went up 65% in 7 days. So now we have a minus 10%. And we have Curve DAO token. It also went up very, very nicely in 7 days, 135%. Therefore, a 9% drop right now. So these kind of things are rather corrections. And now let's move on to the first news, which is, let's talk about Ethereum, which is getting very close to its all-time high. Bitcoin was pretty big, actually, last year, end of last year, doing very well. But this year, Ethereum so far is outperforming Bitcoin. And you can see that it has outperformed Bitcoin since 1st of January, gaining roughly 81% compared to Bitcoin's 26% in their respective USD pairs year to date. So basically from the 1st of January till today. Today is the 19th. So Ethereum is actually doing very well. But what we can see now, look, is what I have shown you already. Here, Ethereum, which is going very, very, very nicely up. And if you're just looking at in a weekly range also, you can see it. And right now the price, and this is actually key, it's at 1,385 US dollar. And its all-time high is roughly speaking about 1,500, okay? So now if Ethereum would do a nice, 9% gain, so less than in the last 24 hours, it can reach its all-time high. And you know, when something reaching all-time high, Look at Bitcoin when it reached its all-time high back in the middle of December last year. After it went crazy and it doubled it, and it was already up to 41,000 something. So if it happens to Ethereum, I think it will just fuel the whole thing, and it actually will go even higher. So actually new all-time highs for Ethereum can come very soon. Of course, it can happen that it will be rejected and then it has to try again and try again. But now, recently, we are getting very close to it. And when we see Bitcoin going a little bit sideways, then actually the altcoins and Ethereum, as the biggest altcoin, can perform very well. And several reasons we have why Ethereum is performing. First of all, talk about DeFi. When we see this whole DeFi ecosystem as it is, Ethereum is the base layer for many, many, many DeFi projects, the ones which actually are big in the game. Look at DeFi. DeFi itself, it's getting major $25 billion locked into DeFi projects. And, this number is just going always up and up and up. Look, back in November, it was like 10 and it went up very nicely. If you're looking at the, the whole thing, then you can see that in April, it was, look at here. Even in June, let's put it this way, it was $1 billion locked in DeFi, and now we are less than a year, because basically it's just like January, it's like a bit more than half a year, kinda. 25 billion, 25 times more than it was back in June last year. And of course, Ethereum, it's a huge part of it, because many of these DeFi protocols are based on Ethereum, and they doing again very well. DeFi projects going now up in this altcoin season what we have right now, and therefore this is actually definitely great for Ethereum. And yes, we have other system coming in like Cosmos and Polkadot and Cardano, but right now, Ethereum is the one which is in use and which is performing already. Therefore, in the close future, it's definitely good for Ethereum. And that's the reason why I'm bullish on Ethereum. And I think when it's reaching its all-time high, which could be actually any time, because 9% for Ethereum is kind of nothing. It can happen. It's not an easy level. It can be rejected, but it can cross it. And if it's cross it, then it can go up actually nicely when it cross it pretty well, I mean. Okay, and now let's move on to the second news. And the second news is that FinCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, recently proposed a series of new regulations. So let's talk about that. We do know that regulations are coming, because otherwise they cannot really fit this whole kind of crypto world into our present financial system. And of course, they want their power. They don't like that they lost control, and now they have to really hard work on it, how to get some control over it, which is difficult, because the whole Bitcoin idea was to be, very decentralized and all these things. And we have a centralized system, so to meet the whole two things, it's difficult. And now the United States Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, recently proposed a series of new regulations applying to financial institutions dealing with digital currencies, such like Bitcoin. And the exchange would, so quick summary, exchanges would essentially be required to file a report with FinCEN when a customer makes a purchase in excess of $10,000 and gather know your customer information anytime a transaction of $3,000 or greater is conducted using a non-custodial wallet. Basically what's happening now, so if you purchase, for example, Bitcoin, then over $10,000, okay, then they have to tell FinCEN what's happening. And of course, they force you to fill in the know your customer field. Otherwise, they not allow you to trade on on the centralized exchanges. And the idea is, so this is the proposal, that if you would, do a transaction with, for example, you have a offline wallet, like you have a Ledger or a Trezor or whatever. So it's non-custodial wallet. And then you going to do any transaction using that centralized exchange, so sending money there or withdraw money or and so on and so forth, then you have to do this whole KYC thing. This means that if the customer buys $3,000 worth of Bitcoin and withdraws it, as I said, to a wallet they control, they would have not only proven ownership of the wallet, but also provide their name, physical address, along with additional identifying information. Basically, if you would like to get your crypto gains, which you invested in crypto, you would like to have it in fiat, then you have to do a lot of identification so they know about everybody how much crypto they have with address, identification, and all these kind of things. But now what's happening is that even if you do a transaction with a non-custodial wallet using a centralized exchange, for example, a withdraw, you have to provide it as well. And, at the present, users sign up to an exchange, submit KYC documents for approval, and can buy and withdraw Bitcoin to the wallet they control, including hardware wallet for cold storage. When wishing to realize gains, they then move the funds back to the exchange and sell the spending money in the bank. Sell for spending money in the bank. In the future, however, they may be required to prove ownership of the wallet to which they withdraw, so that they are the owner of the non-custodial wallet, including providing their physical address, so where they are. Similarly prove the origins of the funds when moving back on to an exchange, so actually where it's coming from. They may lead many users, including the privacy and autonomy conscious, of which there are many in the Bitcoin world, to seek other less intrusive ways of using their digital funds. Basically, they might not want to cash out. They would like to use services where they actually can pay in crypto to avoid this. So it will be very, very interesting which way it is going. But what we can see the pressure from one side of regulations, so they can see, even if they cannot stop Bitcoin, if you make gains with Bitcoin, they can control the centralized exchanges. Otherwise, they don't let them to work. And through them, they get all the data about you, even now, physical address and so on and so forth. So very interesting which way this is going, but, this is just one of the news. Okay, and let's move on to the next one, because blockchain can be used, blockchain technology, basically not for cryptocurrencies, so many other things. This is just the real peak of the iceberg. So, for example, UK Health Service using blockchain to monitor COVID-19 vaccines storage. So, I'm going to talk about that. Blockchain itself is good for so many things. It's obviously not good for everything, because some people believe, this is the new tech, new technology, new hype. Let's use blockchain for everything. No, blockchain is not good for everything, but it's good for many things. For instance, in the UK Health Service, using blockchain to monitor COVID-19 vaccine storage. So, UK's National Health Service will implement an IoT solution built on the public distributed ledger network header hashgraph in order to monitor storage of its COVID-19 vaccine supply. So basically, you can use blockchain for supply chains very, very well. Just an example. Think about, they're happening somewhere in the United States. It's a big country. Food poisoning because they bought some food in some kind of supermarket. Therefore, they have to track the food, the origins of the food, where it's coming from, to stop further poisoning. In the old days, it took a couple of days to do it because, it came from there, who's the distributor. When to go back to the farmer or wherever this meat or whatever was coming from, it was a long process. Now, using blockchain technology, you can use actually this and track it in a couple of minutes. Literally, you can see everything on the blockchain because what's on the blockchain stays on the blockchain. It's immutable. You cannot change it. Therefore, it's very useful. And here, it's also great. They can track the storage of the COVID-19 vaccine because nowadays, there's so many different kind of vaccines coming out. It's important how to store them because otherwise, if you don't store them properly, of course, they can go off. Therefore, you have to know how much and where you have, if you have to order, in case of the health service. And they started to use blockchain technology. And we can see that, you name it, IBM, Walmart, shipping industry, and so on and so forth. Many of them has already joined this kind of blockchain world. And more companies discover the use case of blockchain. And I think it's very important. I have a course which is understanding Bitcoin and blockchain, and also I'm talking about that with examples about this in that course. If you're interested in it, you would like to get like a very nice overview, the great fundamentals of Bitcoin and blockchain, then the course is right under this video. You can check it out. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash the like button if crypto news are important for you and you would like to receive them every weekday, because I put these videos every weekday on YouTube. Therefore, you have to also subscribe, hit the bell button, and then all. And in this case, you're going to receive the videos as soon as I put them on YouTube. I wish you a great day, and tomorrow I'm coming back with the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Have a good one. Bye-bye.